What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Elijahrenze coming at you with a different video. Today we were doing Pose. The new episode of Pose. Come on now. The season's almost over. The new episode dropped tonight, and we're gonna get into it. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. Join the family. We are a sisterhood, a brotherhood. We don't discriminate on this channel. But please send my social media links down below. My Instagram, I am the official Eli. My Twitter and my TikTok at Elijahrenze, and my Snapchat at RealGBoss. Now, people gonna wonder, what is this sitting in front of me? This is my milkshake cup. Y'all can call me extra all you want. I wanted it. I liked it. But before we get started, like a quick thing. I was obsessed with this video. Not the video, I'm sorry. See, this episode was amazing of Pose. Y'all have no idea. But before we get anything in particular, let's get this started. Let's roll my music.
Legend, statement, star. Said you wanna be a legend, or statement, or star.
So we're gonna dive right into the quick, reaction recap. What happened? First, scenes opens up with Pray Tell in the hospital. Everything. See how he's doing. Pray that he's doing okay. He want nothing would happen to him during the course of the season, which is only 2 or 3 episodes left. But then we get to see Pray Tell wants to open up a fashion house called Pray Couture. I would live, because I don't think they touched based on it that much. I think since season 1, but Pray Tell, people forget that. People forget that he is a designer. So when he made Blanca a dress, I was like, oh, I forgot he does do design. He should. If he does a house like that, I support it. But it's like, damn, we have to end the whole series. He about to start his new house, but whatever. That's what it is. Next up, I love Little Poppy's and Beeto's relationship with his son. I want that from when I have kids one day. Very, very, very long time from now. But when I have a son, I want my relationship to be just like that. A lot of fathers, when they find out they have kids, or when they even know they have kids, they just leave them or be deadbeats. The fact he stepped up to the plate, took him in, and then the whole situation last week, Angel was already. It was this week, she really came back around. The family helped her and everything, because they was going to get married anyway. And I was just very glad that they took that time to marinate, settle it, and dived in, because it's not the kid's fault. He didn't ask to be here, but I did love how he respected him, how he called him Uncle Ricky. The scene that took me out the most is when Angel was watching him and he was throwing food at him. He said, "I want Poppy." That was hilarious. And then Blanca was like, "Girl, what's wrong with you? You're just a kid." I love that whole entire scene. It's like we're finally getting a closing chapter to the whole saga. And the ending, which we're going to get to in a second, the ending really took me out, because I was very upset talking about it, even watching it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. So let's talk about the steps to get to the wedding. Before I get to the wedding, I have to say, before I got to say what I got to say about this wedding scene. So building up to the wedding, I was preparing for the ladies to be the clerk lady at the city building. I was expecting her to say, "Oh, you're a man, you can't do it." So when because it was there was budding up. Oh, I got my family, we watching Disney. So when that whole scene happened, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really gonna happen? Are they really gonna I was like, yo, she's gonna tell me they can't get married. And then when they connected about being Dominican and all this stuff, I was like, oh, yeah, let's get it. But I was like, no, it might be too good to be true. So when she was like, nah, I got this. Y'all straight. I was like, this is making me emotional. Because you already seen last season with the dresses, with the iconic 360 spin with Angel, Blanca, Electra, and Lulu. Gagged with that part. I love that whole clip. But on to this episode that we're reviewing. I did love that scene where they got their marriage certificate, because that was a touchy subject for them. And I agree with Blanca. They shouldn't have forged it, because you forged it, that's setting you up for failure already. So I'm glad they went through it smoothly. They were prepared for it. Yeah, that episode, I wanted to steam through, because we're about to dissect this wedding. Because this wedding, the scenes took me the fuck out, bro. Let's talk about this wedding scene. So we get the boys in the room. We get Pray Tell, Ricky, obviously Little Poppy. I keep forgetting this boy's name. He's in the new house. That's, you know, the bad guys this season. Drop in the comment section what his name is. I keep forgetting. They discussed the wedding, the vows. You know, this day is about him. You know, regular concept. What took me out, I had to look back. I'm like, is Cubby in the back? I love how this show kills off characters but brings them back for important scenes. Like, the most upsetting scene I ever seen off Pose is when Candy's funeral. I think that's the only like scene in movie history or TV history that made me sob tears. Like, yeah. So, getting into this, the Kobe scene, I was like, wow. All white, I was like, because I was like, they can't kill Kobe off that quick. They have to bring it back. So when they brought it back, I was obsessed with it. I loved it. Now to the female scene, when Candy came out, I damn near cried. I was like, first of all, she looks sickening. Natural hair is sickening. Her body is sitting. Her face is sitting. This is about to be the fastest review I ever did on Pose. Because, like, you literally have to watch the show to get into it. Like, there's not too much to talk about. Like, if you watch the show, you watch reviews. You watch to see what us YouTubers on our platform talk about. But this show is so different because it's, like, real-life stories. You feel in it. Like, you feel... You build a relationship and a bond with these characters. So, like, those who never watch Pose and just looking at us react to, I recommend, please... If you don't have cable, download FX app or whatever and watch it. It is like an amazing show. If you haven't watched season 1 or 2, go on Netflix and please watch it. But when Candy came back and discussed the hammers, how she bashed trade and everything, it's just I started to have my tears worked up because I really be forgetting these characters died, but then I don't forget because their deaths was like the sad. Like Cubby's and Candy's deaths like was the saddest I've ever seen on TV. And if you disagree with me, please drop in the comment section what other TV deaths in history was worse. Like, challenge me. What other TV and movie deaths of favorite characters that was worse than Candy and Cubby's? Because that was too much. Candy's parents come back, too much. Cubby's mom finally accepting him on his last string of life was too much. Was too much. That whole scene, I felt like, oh, I loved it. I didn't notice it, but please let me know in the comment section below. Was Candy and Cubby in like the congregational scene, like when it was all in the church? If they was and I missed it, please let me know so I can correct myself. But I did not see them. Can we discuss how they like broke out in High School Musical song? It was cute when they first did it. Then it became High School Musical-ish after like. It was cute. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I love the song. It was cute. Poppy, I love you, but you missed some of them notes. You missed some of them notes, boy. But I liked it. It just felt a little too High School Musical-ish, if that makes sense. In my opinion. It gave me High School Musical vibes. I did love it, though. I love when the boy came out. I can really dissect and sit here talk about this wedding for like an hour. Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sit on this camera and talk about this freaking wedding scene for an hour straight. But I'm not gonna do that to y'all because that show was over an hour, so it's gonna be this is a quick review. Because listen, I mean, you're not gonna have me on this freaking camera crying, all right? We're not doing this because y'all seen me before on this camera crying. It was not cute at all. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is my favorite episode because this season has a lot of favorites. But I'll put this in my top 4. The wedding, the close of the casket. When I watched the trailer of the show, which a lot of us do, we break down the trailers. I thought the wedding scene was Blanca and her boyfriends because you see them walking down the aisle in white. That's what I was like, oh. So when I found it was Angel and Little Bobby's, I was like, oh, I liked it. That was cool. I liked it. I fucks with it. But yeah, that was my thoughts on the episode. You liked it, please. And if you disagree with me, if you felt this episode was whack, or you felt like, you know, it was too cliche or boring, one, you don't know ballroom, you don't know our community, so you don't know what we go through or what gay people go through in general. So that's one. Before you start trolling in my comments, so let's just stop that right there. But I loved it. It was an amazing episode. I loved the writing of it, the script, the characters, the storylines. The build up, the climax, the letdowns. I loved it. I can't wait for next episode. I don't watch the trailers for next week's. I'll wait to be surprised. But, and don't tell me in the comments what happens on the trailer either, because I swear I will not read it. But please give this video a thumbs up. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit my social medias and links down below. This was a quick review because I really have nothing else to say. This episode was superb. And that's it. And I'll see you on the next one.
Be a legend, or statement, or star.